Hello, and thank you for joining me for another Cottone Help My Excel. My name is Jean-Paul Cottone, and I'll be your guide. For this video, we'll be going over what Vlookup is, the different parts of Vlookup, and a step-by-step example on how to use Vlookup. For this video, we'll be using the Vlookup Cottone Help My Excel sheet. Our project this week is to make a quick end-of-the-year employee bonus sheet. Our sheet shows the dollar amount for each employee, the amount they've produced for the year, and predetermined employee bonus levels. These bonus levels are based off of the total employee revenue produced throughout the year. For example, Adams has produced $680 worth of revenue for the company. So if we go over to the employee bonus levels, we can see that he's produced more than 500 but less than 1,000, so he should receive a bonus of $60. Our goal is to have the Excel sheet look up the bonus level and place the amount each employee has earned in the employee year-end bonus section. So, to help us better understand, let's start with quick use number 1. What is Vlookup? Our goals are to better understand what Vlookup is and to go through the process when using Vlookup. Vlookup is a formula within Excel. This formula takes a data set and compares it against a standard. For our example, we're looking to automate what bonuses are given to our employees based on revenue produced. Our example only has 11 employees, but if a business has hundreds of employees, this process would save a lot of time. So, our employee Adam, with a revenue production of $680, should receive a bonus of $60. What we want Excel to do is to take the $680, go over to our pre-existing employee bonus table, go down to the total sales produced. Did Adams make $50? Yes. Okay, move down to the next section. Did Adams make $200? Yes. Move down. Did Adam make $500? Yes. Okay, move down to the next section. Did Adams make $1,000? No. Okay, we want to go ahead and use the last row, the $500 row. Then we instruct the Excel program which column we want to extract information from. For our example, we want the bonus amounts. Now, the Excel program knows that the $500 row and the bonus amount column is the information that we want to place back in the employee year-end bonus sections for Adams. The end result should be $60 placed in cell G3. Quick use 2. The parts for Vlookup. Our goals for this section are to gain an understanding of all 5 parts for Vlookup. Technically there are only 4, but I like to add in a 5th part, and I will explain why. The 5 parts for Vlookup include the Vlookup plugin, the lookup value, the table array, the column index number, and the ranged lookup. So the lookup plugin is technically not part of Vlookup, but it's the cell that we want our information to be displayed. It's also the cell where we enter in our formula. If you just enter it in by hand. Personally, I like using the formula button, but we'll get into that later. The second part is the lookup value section. This is a variable information section. The Excel program is taking this number, reference, or text and bringing it over to the table array to find an exact or approximate match. The table array section is the table where the lookup value goes, and the Excel program compares the leftmost column. For our particular example, it's the total sales produced column, and this is why you need to be able to design your tables to make sure that the information that you're looking up is at the leftmost section of the table, and it views the data that we're searching for. The column index number is the column number within the table of array that we want Vlookup, or that we want the Vlookup formula in Excel to bring back to us. It's the end value that we want, or it's the end column where the information that we want is located at. For us, it's the bonus amounts. And within Excel, the column index number starts at the leftmost with number 1. See, I have this little number 1 up above. And number 2 is the one to the right. And it would continue on 3, 4, 5. Depending on where you want the information or where the information is located within your table, you need to select a separate or different number for your column index number. The final section is the range lookup. This is a logical value, either true or false. When we type in true, the VLOOKUP will find a range that is an approximate match. If false, it'll only return a value that is an exact match. What this basically means is if we have true, then it will do the process that we're looking for, where it says, is this greater than $50? If so, go down to the next one. Is it greater than $200? If so, go down to the next one. As opposed to if we placed in false, it would look up exact dollar amounts. For Adams, the $680, it would look for an exact match for $680 and give an appropriate bonus. And since we aren't looking for that in this particular example, we are choosing true. Our third quick use is to do a step-by-step example of VLOOKUP. Our goal is to fill out the employee year-end bonus section with the correct bonus amount by only using a VLOOKUP formula. Okay, let's go ahead and start by clicking G3, and then we're going to click the formula button. Under the search area, we're going to type in the function VLOOKUP, and then click Go. Go ahead and highlight VLOOKUP and click OK. Our lookup table value is F3, and you can get that by either typing F3 or clicking F3. The table array, where we're going to be pulling our information from, is from B3 to C7. And once we manage to click the entire item and click the F4 button on your keyboard, this will prevent the table from moving around once we select other employees or once we auto-click the VLOOKUP to go to other employees. The column index is number 2. And as we mentioned before, the range lookup is true. Now click OK. And in the bottom right side of G3, move your mouse and you should see a big plus just like this. Double click to expand our work to the other employees. When you have the little plus sign, you should be able to extend your column to the rest of your table. And now you should be able to see the employee year-end bonus for 60 for Adams, 60 for Andrew, all the way down to 20 for Thompson. In closing, we learned a few things today. We learned what VLOOKUP is, what the different parts of VLOOKUP are, and how they're related to one another. And we went into a quick example on how to use VLOOKUP. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any concerns, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments section down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.